Honorable members, I propose the question that President's reservations to the first schedule be now approved. Mover.
Madam Chair, I wish to move that the President's reservation to the county allocation of revenue bill, that is Senate Bill number 25 of 2024, be approved. Honorable Chair, just for members so that we can be on the same page with all the members.
Yes.
Members, as you know, we passed the appropriations bill a few months ago, and then we had a supplementary one a month after. We had division of revenue before that, which was 400 billion. After we did the supplementary, it came to 380 billion. And honorable members, as you know, again, last week we passed another division of revenue, now the mediated version of 387 billion. So all we are trying to do, Honorable Chair, is that we need to align these documents to be on the same figure, because CARA should be on the same figure with DORA, which is the division of revenue. And I am sure when we are back here next year, we are going to align the two documents with the Appropriations Act again, or a bill, before it becomes an act, so that we can have a consistent figure of the money that is going into our counties. And therefore, Honorable Chair, that is the reason that we are considering this motion. It has come from the Senate, already aligned, and I'm sure the amendment will be moved thereafter. And therefore, Honorable Chair, I move.
Okay, that is very well. Honorable members, I therefore put the question that the President's reservations to the first schedule be amended as proposed by the Chair, Budget and Appropriations Committee. Hold on. I will propose the question that the President's reservations to the first schedule be amended as proposed by the Chair. Honorable Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. I think this morning there was a very detailed communication from the Speaker in terms of what has happened to this important bill. And what is very interesting is that by the fact that the President has sent it to the Division of Revenue Act now to become an Act of Parliament, and in that Division of Revenue Act, the figure was 387, it automatically means that he has actually changed the figure from 400 to 387, and not the 380 which was indicated in the reservations. So with that clarity, I support, and we should approve it.
Thank you. Honorable Nyakundi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In as much as we support devolution, and we support that the counties should be given money, on the county allocation revenue bill, I don't support it because you know we are living in extraordinary times where money that was supposed to be given to counties was reduced to about 387 billion. Most of these counties, the money that they get, especially on roads, we are not seeing what this money is especially doing. And the county government wanted more money, especially from RMLF, to go to counties. We want to say that the money that is used as RMLF by KERA or KURA or KENA should not go there, because counties have not shown us what exactly they do with their money compared to KERA. And as we know, KERA has competency in terms of engineers and everything else. So I want to support the President's reservation on the county allocation revenue bill. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Chair has moved the President's reservations, and I would like the Leader of Majority. You have an amendment to the same.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the President's recommendation to the first schedule be deleted and replaced thereof with the following. This has been necessitated by the rejection of Finance Bill as the Chair very ably explained. And the initial figure we know is 400 billion, then it was reduced to 300 billion, and then it moved to negotiation between us and the Senate, and now the figure we are debating on is 387 billion that ought to go to the counties, and also we need to, give support to Senate that oversights all this money. And mine is just to say that we need to be accountable, and the counties need to be accountable and good stewards of the resources. And with those few remarks, I move. Thank you.
Thank you. That gives life to what Honorable Makali Mulu was talking about. I will first propose the question that the President's reservations be amended as proposed by the Majority Leader. What is out of order, Honorable Mili?
Chair, just seeking your guidance from the Chair. When you move an amendment to presidential reservation, isn't there a requisite number that is needed on the floor?
Honorable Mili, that was made clear in the Speaker's communication. It actually does not have that threshold. This one does not have that threshold. Honorable NDINDI.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. And I want to thank the Honorable Naomi Wako for moving that amendment. Honorable Chair, this amendment is only seeking to do this, that the initial amount that we wanted to allocate to the counties as shareable revenue or allocation was 400.1 billion. We amended that to 380 billion in this House. We took it to the Senate, and the Senate proposed again almost the initial figure of 400.1 billion. We mediated, and we came up with a figure of 387 billion. Honorable Chair, what that means is that the current division of revenue has a figure of 387. It was actually signed by the President yesterday. And this figure must align with the CARA that is before us today. And therefore, we are just trying to align that figure. But generally, as I finish, I want to thank all the members who've been with, especially in the earlier process of mediation, and say it very loudly that this House supports devolution in entirety. The issue before us was just about allocation of resources, which are scarce, and we'll be allocating actually more resources to our counties in the county government's additional allocation, which we are now considering in the mediation. And therefore, we are moving forward in terms of support for devolution. The monies of 387, Honorable Chair, is actually 24.4% of the threshold that we should maintain of 15. And therefore, we are 9 points ahead of what is constitutional or the constitutional threshold. I support that amendment, and I thank you, Honorable Chair.
Very well put. Honorable Kawanjiko, your chair has spoken for you.
No. Thank you, Madam Chair. I also want to rise and support whatever the leader of majority has moved. That to some extent we need to agree that we need to move on as a country, and because the money that we are supposed to correct and the amount of money that we have corrected from that we are supposed to have corrected from the finance bill, it is actually a shortfall. And since there is an increment of about 387 billion comparing to what they had received even last year, I think it is high time that we support that amendment, and also call upon our governors, as they are saying, that as far as we want to support devolution, and the majority of the speakers who have spoken before me, they have said, we also need to see the value for money of this amount of money that we are sending to their counties. Issues to do with the roads, issues to do with health, issues to do with the drugs in our public hospitals, that they need to rise to occasion. So that at least, even if we're going to continue allocating more funds, we can be able to see the value for money as far as the devolution is concerned. But as it is, Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, there is no difference. The only difference that you can see, even in terms of the load that we are making in the constituency is what Kera, Kura, and Kenha are doing. But where this money is going, it's something, Madam Speaker, that desired to be seen. Actually, what the devolution was supposed to have achieved. And therefore, I support the motion. Let us give them 387 billion. In case there is an increment of the new finance bill next year, we'll be able to review and move forward. I support, Madam Speaker.
I therefore put the question that the President's reservations to the first schedule be amended as proposed by the majority leader. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the President's reservations to the first schedule as amended be now approved. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Iko wapi? Mover.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House's consideration of the President's reservations to the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, that is Senate Bill number 25 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Honorable members, I will put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's reservations to the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the whole House has considered the President's reservations to the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2024, and approved the same with amendments.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee of the said, let me repeat, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. And Honorable Speaker, I also want to thank all the members who have participated in this process and the associated processes, because when you are processing the monies that we send to our counties, we consider several instruments. I want to thank all the members who have been involved from the budget making process in terms of appropriation, coming to division of revenue, and also the current SIGA that is now on mediation between ourselves and the Senate, and also in this process that we are having today. And I also want to reiterate again, as I said before, that this House fully supports devolution. We support our governors for the good work they are doing, even with the limitation of resources, because we are all leaders. Being leaders, we are playing in the same team. We are playing in the same direction. Honorable Speaker, we are pulling in the same direction again. And every effort we put in making sure that Kenya is moving forward should be congratulated. And therefore, whatever we do here as MPs, whatever our governors are doing, whatever every other leader is doing, we are doing it for the betterment of our country, and that is why we always allocate resources to our counties and do justice in terms of provisioning enough resources to our counties for them to be able to give proper service to the Kenyan people. And Honorable Speaker, I now beg to request my brother, the Honorable Makali Mulu, PhD of Economics, to second this motion for the agreement with the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, let me join my chairman in appreciating those who have been involved in this process. Honorable Speaker, it has not been easy to get where we are today. The Senate, the National Assembly, the Mediation Committee, and the members of this House for ensuring that we have these resources for the counties. So even as I second, Honorable Speaker, I want to say that we need to note as Kenyans that all these resources we are allocating or appropriating, either at the national level or at the county level, are being used to make lives better for the Kenyans. We are all serving the same Kenyan, and what I will be requesting is we need to ensure those who are accounting, the accounting officers at all different levels, they need to make sure that we realize prudent management of these public resources. That will make this economy grow and life will be better for all of us. With those many remarks, Honorable Speaker, I second. Thank you.
Honorable members, order Honorable Tandaza. I propose the question, which is that this House do agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.